This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Patriots, Jets.
Do we have to?
We'll be quick. We'll be quick.
Okay, all right.
Patriots and the Jets, final score 42-10. New England clinched the AFC East here with this big victory. The top 5 graded players that we had for the New England Patriots: wide receiver Stephon Diggs with a 92.3, tight end Hunter Henry with an 88.6, offensive tackle Morgan Moses with an 85.1, edge rusher Anthony Jennings with an 82.1, cornerback Marcus Jones a 76.9, Drake Maye an elite 90.6 overall grade. On the Jets side of things, running back Breece Hall was their top graded player with an 86.0. Defensive tackle Harrison Phillips an 81.9. Edge rusher Michael Clemens with a 78.9. Defensive tackle Jawan Briggs with a 74.0. Defensive tackle Peyton Page with a 69.5. And then Brady Cook in this game a 33.7 overall grade. South told the story, Dalton.
Trevor, sometimes the word is just scoreboard. The stat that told the story of this game is the score that you see on your screen there. It was 42-10, and it looked even worse than a game that was usually 42-10. The Jets just that's basically honest. I didn't even, as you probably see in the sheet here, I didn't even write any notes down for this game. I watched Drake Maye's snaps in this game. He scored 6 touchdowns in 6 drives. So that's cool. And I don't think I could stomach more than about 20 plays of the Jets offense. And we're back to the Tom Brady days where it's like, oh, the Patriots exist and the Jets exist and they're on the same football field and it's week 17 and this is how it's going to go. If I had a most disappointing part, it is, look, this defense, they traded Quinn Williams, they traded Sauce Gardner, they traded Michael Carter. It's a bare bones defense talent-wise. I get that. But it even coaching-wise, and they fired Steve Wilkes, their defensive coordinator, a couple weeks ago, they look like they have no idea what they're doing out there. You talk about Josh McDaniels could send a motion on any given play and dissect the whole coverage and make life real easy for Drake Maye. Drake Maye, when he threw a pass with motion, with pre-snap motion, Trevor, he had 15 yards per attempt. Because it's just, okay, we get the matchup we wanted man-to-man, or they didn't come across, and we know it's zone. We know exactly what they're in at all times. And then outside of the occasional run stop, they really don't get much done. I see plays when Jamie Sherwood somehow is locked man-to-man on Stephon Diggs. What are we doing? The Ramondre Stevenson touchdown. They have Stevenson lined up out wide. He motions into the backfield. Quincy Williams is the player man-to-man on him. They decide to blitz him and have Eric Watts, a 280-pound defensive end, man-to-man on Ramondre Stevenson for basically a walk-in touchdown on a wheel from about 20 yards out. This Jets team is hard to watch. This is as hard to watch a Jets team as I've pretty much ever seen. And, I see other teams that are well out of the race and they're playing hard on defense, and they at least look like they know what they're trying to do. It would appear the Jets are just trying to tank for one of these quarterbacks. It kind of looks like it, but this is just a completely different class of football these two teams were playing. It was, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know without having to watch a single snap.
I never really entertained the idea that a college team could beat an NFL team. However, Drake Maye looked like he was at North Carolina in this game.
Yep.
Drake Maye looked like it was as easy as could be. And Drake Maye had the most big-time throws in all of college football in the 2 years that he was a starter when he was at North Carolina. He had elite passing grades because every single week he was just whatever he wanted. He had the arm talent to complete any pass that he wanted. And in this game, that was very much the case once again. He was 19 for 21 in this game, had 256 passing yards, had 5 touchdowns. Dalton, he had a 100% adjusted completion percentage. The 2 incomplete passes that he had in this game, one of them was a drop, and the other one, his arm got hit as he was letting it go. And when we do adjusted completion percentage, that's not Drake Maye's fault. So if your arm gets hit when you were releasing the ball, we take that out of the completion percentage equation because that's not your fault. Of the passes that he was able to get cleanly off, he was 19 for 19. He was 100% in this game. Everything that he wanted, he got. You mentioned that for the Patriots, this game started touchdown, 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 touchdown. We're halfway through the third quarter at that point, and you haven't even stopped them from getting into the end zone. I don't think that Aaron Glenn's going to get fired because I think that one and done coaching just it's a dangerous game to play. It really is. But all of a sudden, those first 5 games in 2026 look very, very, very important. Because if the Jets don't look, I don't want to say completely different, but if the Jets don't look a whole lot better in terms of having an identity and a direction and some sort of progress, he will not make it to week 6. He shouldn't. Again, I am not, the Jets are not a talented team. At the deadline, they very much realized that. They traded away 2 of their most talented players in Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. They are not a talented football team. I would say almost every single team in the league is more talented than the Jets are. So I'm not sitting here and expecting them to win. But it looks really, really bad right now. And now, unfortunately, it looks so bad that you have to say to yourself, we now have to judge Aaron Glenn off of 5 games that we have at the beginning of next season. And if things don't go well within the first 5 games, I bet they move on pretty quickly. That's how bad it has looked for this team, and that's how bad it looks down the stretch here. So we don't have to spend too much more time than that. I mean, the Patriots are good. My most impressive is the Patriots' entire coaching staff. Mike Vrabel's the favorite to win Coach of the Year. Josh McDaniels and Drake Maye's chemistry is unbelievable. It's awesome. It's so great to see. You love it when a talented quarterback lands with a great offensive mind like the one that Josh McDaniels is. Is he a great head coach? No. But is he a great offensive mind? Very clearly from what we've seen over the last decade and a half. So that is great. But all of a sudden, the Jets' first 5 or 6 games of next year all of a sudden are of pivotal importance for Aaron Glenn, or I don't know if he's going to make it till halfway through the year.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on the Pats coaching staff and Mike Vrabel because we saw several teams mess around this week, right? You saw the Detroit Lions lose with their season on the line. You saw the Denver Broncos playing a close game against the Chiefs team with no offensive lineman and a third-string quarterback, and the Patriots went into New York and they took care of business. That's exactly what you asked for, and then they got the Bills' loss to go along with it to clinch this division and still have a shot at the 1 seed next week. The Broncos have to play the Chargers. We'll see how many of their guys the Chargers are playing, but that's obviously a winnable game for the Chargers, 50-50 game. And then New England gets to host Miami next week, and they got to feel pretty good about that. So there is still a chance to get this top seed, and what a job it would be if they got that. What a job it already has been done winning this division over a Buffalo team that's obviously always expected to win it.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.